Okay, I am now, right now, this very second, I think I fixed it. Yeah, I think it's fit. I don't fuck. Nobody tells me anything. But there should be no emotes. That's not really why we're here though. I'm just trying to do some bits and pieces. And it looks like it hasn't connected. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I can draw arrows on my screen. That's the most important part of this. So yeah. It's 2 minutes past 4. Saturday, the 7th of September. We're waiting for a game to finish on the main stage so we can start our weekly captain's game. Thank you for being patient, Sailor Faye. I appreciate it. I moved house recently, haven't streamed. Nice to have gotten that out the way. But I have missed an opportunity here to upgrade my stuff. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, oh my god, I'm such a fucking moron. That is hilarious. I think I did it. Okay, let's do this. Pin chat, hype chat, split chat. Brilliant. I'm a genius. It's official. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And finally, my life's work, my greatest achievement, Coggers. I did it. We did it together. We've conquered the internet. And I am able now to spam some of the worst emotes that are existence, such as this. And now life is complete. We won. We won. The war is over. Technology lost. My phone's going. Oh, fuck's sake. All right, 1 second. My phone's going off as I speak about technology and winning. Alright, that's actually another piece of good news. I didn't know if you can... Alright, so we have some rules. Well, I say we. I don't need a license. What the hell? But I needed to ask a few questions about whether I could have a fire pit in my garden. Because I don't want to piss my neighbours off. I've only been here for like a couple weeks. And according to common law, you are allowed. You just have to be polite about it. You know, no holding parties till midnight and stuff. But there's only one house attached to mine. My neighbours are great. They're an old couple. And yeah, so far it's just a really quiet part of the world. I literally cannot complain. This is perfect. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get this going. On the 7th of September 2024, on a frigid but yet calm day in the UK, online, we are about to have a very kinetic, very frenetic game of Biter Battles. To all of you watching, welcome. For those of you that don't know what's going on, that's fine. I'll explain. Oh, I've become... You know they say you are what you eat. I am a barbecue. I'm a physical... I look like a wheelie bin that has been thrown into a volcano. I have the body shape of a melted wheelie bin at the moment. I've been enjoying barbecue chicken, barbecue everything. If it can go on a barbecue, I'm barbecuing it. There's just something very ephemeral about grilling stuff. Oh no, Factoria's not responding? Come on. Now it is. So, yeah, I love a fire pit. Love a fire pit. And what I didn't want to do is move into my new place and piss everybody off. I don't want to be that guy. I'd rather just knock on my neighbour's door and say, hey, is it okay if I get the fire pit going tonight? And you know, invite them over. Say, hey, do you want to come sit by my fire pit? Play with my dog, you know, throw a ball around for him. It's all about making connections, about making friends. You know, I feel like I've lost a lot of people that I used to see. I say lost, that nobody's dead, but a lot of the people I used to hang around with and see all the time, they're obviously back in London, I'm not. And we're still keeping in touch with WhatsApp and terrible memes. But a new era, a new chapter is being written at the moment. And there might be a wedding ring. I know she doesn't watch my stream. I'm 100% sure she doesn't watch my stream. That's why I can confidently say that, yeah, we might be taking an arrow to the knee. I think, is that the phrase that all the gamers use? I don't know. I never actually fully played Skyrim. I just know all the memes. But yeah, it's lots of stuff happening, and I'm really happy. Life is good, and I hope life is good for you as well. Those out there listening or watching, or maybe watching this back on YouTube. I hope you're having a good day. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're here. Keep going, keep plugging away. It will happen. If you're in a bit of a dark spot, don't worry. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. And if you need to reach out, I'm always here. I've been speaking to quite a lot of you recently. A lot of you got some really good stuff going on. Going to university, getting your first job. I talked to one person who's retiring soon that watches my stream. So yeah. But when in doubt, send me a message. I'm never too busy. I'm working from home for the next couple of weeks, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We had a little bit of a wobble. A couple of people needed to talk to me during Christmas. Obviously Christmas is one of those, it's like Valentine's Day, you know, most people think that it's like a fun time of year where everybody's having fun, but actually there are a couple of people that maybe are slightly miserable because of the fact that they maybe don't have the kind of people they want around them, or hard. We're not playing hard, bro. We're absolutely not playing hard mode. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Although everything's going well with me, if something's not going right with you, let me know. We'll have a chat. Doesn't have to be serious, doesn't have to be, you know, obviously if you've got things going on that you need to talk to a medical professional for, go and do that. You know it's the right thing to do. You do. But talk to your family. Talk to people you trust. Talk to your friends. Talk to random strangers on the internet. Just don't get that deep. Ask them what their favourite video game is and start from there. Make friends. You know, the real enemies are the demons we fight along the way. Some of them sometimes are inside your own head, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that, because you'll win. Much like how I won, and now I have access. I've laid claim to this emote. Yeah, get fucked, internet. I have a dancing blob. My life is fantastic. So yeah, I tried to pick ones that would be relevant to the game. So I've got this for when I play. You guys can spam this. And I think you guys have access to this. I really hope you guys have access to this. I really don't I want this to not be you have to subscribe or anything like that. That you have this stuff available to you. So, oh, and also this Hypnotoad. Come on. For those of you that know, all glory to the Hypnotoad. Alright, let's pull my MS Paint down, because we are picking teams now, or are we picking teams? And I have such a better, this program is like night and day better. I don't know, somebody sent me this, who I played a game with years ago. Years and years and years ago, and it's got more colours, it's got more vibrancy in my mind, so it can point things out a little better. I can upload custom shapes to it, so I can upload like wall patterns and defensive ideas, and yeah, this is the next step forward for me, is be able to telestrate. And look at, if I draw a big arrow, it gets really big. If I draw a little small arrow, it is a little small. Tiny little small arrows. I don't know what that's meant to be. A really terribly shaped heart. Anyway, let's drop that out. And we'll begin the opening foray into what I believe will be a good captain's game. And let me just check something real quick, because I changed my monitor recently. I want to make sure we're capturing the entire screen as well. I don't want there to be any cut-offs or like slight edges. Oh, do I care? Did it matter? You guys can see. That's the most important bit. You guys can see. Oh, you don't see it. Wait, hang on a second. You don't see it? No. I haven't just been typing in random, like, words. Oh no, wait, but that's fucking weird. Hang on. I'm just, sorry, 1 second. So if you look at my stream, you see the animated, so let me do one. I'll do one now, 1 second. You see the animated BTTV ones, right? So let's do Coggers, right? This. But then when I watch on Twitch and I look at Twitch chat, it looks like I'm just schizophrenically just pumping out random words. Is this normal? I thought they appeared in Twitch chat. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Hey Wolf, how's it going? I think it's BTTV, and I can activate 7TTV as well. Somebody was recently talking to me about this and I had no idea. I'm happy they show up on screen, so they are real, like they're a thing. I just kind of wish they'd appear in chat as you see it or as you read it. Again, I'm like getting wound up about the tiniest little thing, but it's whatever, we'll figure this out. I'm going to stream a lot more, so for today, oh mate, thank you for asking. It is night and day. I feel like I detoxed from a very, very toxic environment in London. Let me change the music real quick. Go for something a bit more upbeat. I don't hear sirens all the time. I don't feel like I'm going to die all the time. And I know that sounds kind of very hyperbolic to say, but I leave my front door and I can say good morning to people and I'm not getting stared down. Or I can actually have normal interactions with people. It's weird. It's a good thing. But I feel like London hardened me a little bit. And yeah, I need to kind of soften up a little bit, if that makes any sense. I need the extension to see it in the... I need a... Ooh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I get you. Thank you, Sailor. I'm learning. I'm learning too. But yeah, this is all streaming stuff. It's a weird thing, isn't it, Wolf? Like, I myself, 100%, as I stream Factorio on a Saturday afternoon, I'm clearly not a gangster. I'm clearly not into anything like that, but when you're around it a lot, you learn to kind of navigate those waters, or those oceans of criminality and poverty and pain. And you know, I'm not a tourist in that respect. Like, you've all seen things and been through things, but I'm my front door. I'm not worried about anybody kicking it in. I'm not worried about just more developed at like side of life. Hey, Blitzy, how's it going, mate? As I don't know, like, you might not be able to see this. Wait, can any of you guys actually use the new emotes? Like this stuff? You guys, you can see it on stream, right? That like a little flashy emote. Do you have access to the new ones? I've added I've about 50 new ones like this. And this. Can you see either of these two, Blitzy, popping up into your the rat jam and the press F? Something that I will definitely get right next time we're in. For now, however, let's see who we have on South, who we have on North. You can see, perfect. Easy, that's fine. That's more than enough for me. Oh, what if I type it in? Oh, we live in, boys and girls and people of the internet. I'm getting distracted by the most simple things. I am a child. I'm basically a grown child, aren't I? We all are. That's why we play video games. That's why we love video games. On the North, captain is Enkling. Blitzy is on North. North have already won, calling it now. With Blitzy, assisting Blitzy, it's Clutch 331, Eagle 34, Friendly Fire, IB Sleepy, Just Bob, Kawaii Pertails, Enkling, Pavev, Pozilgur, Prox, Red Wraith, and Sticklog. That's actually really strong. Oh, 3D, mate, I've got so much stuff. We'll get into 3D printing. Because I have so many ideas, dude. I am full of good ideas. Why are we voting for the worst game mode for captain's game? Okay, right. And on the South, Open Drain is the captain. Now, Open Drain has recently come back into the fold, and gonna be honest, scary player, very scary player. In terms of speed, efficiency, and also coordination. Good communicator, Open Drain, as well as Enkling. And believe me, it's 2 o'clock in the morning in the Philippines, right? This guy is here to win. He's not here to fuck about. This guy is here to win. With capital W. Pulkathos, Califabon, Dr. Claw, Fordecker, Gabriel, King Crimson, Menander, Microboy, Neuro, obviously Open Drain, PP Veil, Straightener, Pipes, and Zero. What are these teams? Where have you come from? This is strong. This is wild. So we have in North, Friendly Fire is one of the strongest outposters, with Eagle and Clutch. Kawaii, Ling is main player, Red Wraith could outpost, Sticklord's an outposter, Proc. I said before I started the stream, which is very easy for me to lie about, but you guys will know, I'll find the Discord chat and I'll stick it at the beginning of this video. I said today's game was going to be a banger. 100% certified close game. And what we see now, and obviously we picked a map that I haven't even spoken about yet. But one thing I will say of note is that we have Uranium very close indeed. As we all know, because, you know, we're legends of the game. If you can get yourself set up with a nuke, you are living life. Oh no, my arrow's offset. Aw, Sag. I'll figure that one out down the line. Never mind. But yeah, we have an abundance of resources in Maine. Lots of copper, lots of coal, lots of stone. Obviously, that's great. Oil is close as well, and in abundance. 2 really generous oil patches very close to us. Not a huge amount of trees. That may be an issue down the line for things like power poles, but initially we have a sprinkling of lumber and timber around. We're in for a good fight today. I think we are. It just really depends on what game mode we settle on, whether we're going to go for a piece of cake, or whether we're going to go for a I'm too young to die. Now, I have recently been designing or looked at designs for mixed builds. I want to see a nuke. We've done it before. It led to one of the largest controversies that we've ever had on the server, where one person ceremoniously got themselves banned by, like, I think he's banned for hundreds of years on the account, on Biter Battles. It was, yeah. There's certain things you can't say on, in team comms, but also kind of generally speaking, you just shouldn't say. And they dropped every single possible word that you shouldn't say to your team and to the admins of a server. And they just kind of ticked the list off, So, yeah, it was bad, mate. Let me set the scene for you, because it doesn't happen often. We allowed nukes, we allowed artillery. One player got artilleried and nuked. They had a base far out from main. The rules were you can't artillery main, but you can artillery outposts. He had an outpost, his outpost was very good. Initially he used the gamer word, he called everybody the N-word, and so obviously that's a ban, don't do that. Be better. He then called everybody the R-word, and then called all the admins what we call leftist, communist cucks. I didn't know I was. I'm going to be honest, it was news to me. I was like, I'm a leftist communist now? Okay, I guess. I don't know. And then proceeded to just go on a tirade of just unfathomable proportion. I think the player themselves was actually quite a good player of the game, but we can't keep that around. It's like, what are you going to do? And if he's like that with the people that run the game, what's he like with his teammates? That's the issue I have. What are we not hearing in team comms? You can't be calling people the R word. I'm not going to say it on stream. You can't be calling people the M word. You just can't, man. It's 20. Firstly, you're white. Let's not get into this. Here in this stream, you won't hear that word. You're not going to hear me say it, and I would hope that we don't say that. Gambling. Well, Blitzy, are you allowed to gamble on yourself? Have we set that rule up? I think, yeah. Let's go for some predictions. Let's set that prediction up right now. It's a weird one. Again, I don't really know the myopic scope of what that word means to different communities, but I try to, I don't want to say avoid, because avoid is the wrong way to describe it, but it's touchy ground, and as somebody that obviously isn't, I don't want to get it wrong, I don't want to insult people, and I don't want to offend anyone. And off the back of that, you can call me woke or whatever, I'm just trying to be nice. I think nice is probably a better way to explain it. And try and keep everybody in play. Everybody's, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's start the prediction. So, who will win? Who wins? North-South. Give you 30 minutes to make that prediction. I know who Blitz is going to vote for. Definitely the South, right? But I don't know, I would have thought that stuff like that falls under the basic common human decency, right? We're not trying to make everybody bland and blanket and all the same. We don't need people to be clones of each other, but just a bit of niceness, There's far too much nasty shit in the world for us to be not super worried about, trying to pull people up, trying to say, well done, you can do it. I believe in you, Your voice should be heard. I think that's the key here. 1,000 points go to the North. I wonder who's that. I wonder who bet that. 16 to 17. We still have a couple of people to be picked. We've got some vets here, and obviously a couple of newer players. Carl's yet to be picked. Q-Crat. Oh dear. Are we seeing some lower level subtle stacking going on here? Because let's be honest, this, Smiling, Carl, Q-Crat, and Developer, that is an outpost. Now, I'm not saying they're all going to end up on the same team, but if they do, are we calling conspiracy? Am I calling the police because they're cyberbullying the other team? Oh no, he came and he left. And he never got to play. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, so go on. I try and keep things non-political, right? I've got some, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to raise some money for some charities. And I think my main thrust when it comes to trying to raise that money is, let's try and make it non-political. Let's try and make it about raising money for homelessness or raising money for a particular illness, like certain breast cancer or I don't know, bone cancer. We have one in England called GOSH, which is the Greater Ormond Street Hospital, which deals with children with cancer. I absolutely want to see if I can raise £50, £100, £150. I'm not asking people to give. As the game starts. The data, welcome. I hope you're having a good weekend, my mate. And you join us just as the game begins. The south and the north are equally matched, with the only difference being that of one player to the south. With some oh, you're in! You're actually in the game. But you're in spec mode. Ah, I see. Welcome. We have some new emotes. Feel free to spam them, if you can. I'm hoping that we can use them to signify certain things that happen within the game, like a wall being broken down or us being shocked. Or potentially, if I miss something, feel free to spam this one, because it will be relevant. And if it gets overwhelming, I'll turn it off, but I like the idea we can fly stuff around the screen. It makes it more interactive. Gives you guys stuff to do in the meantime, but yeah, as we know, at the beginning of every game, nothing is automated. We don't even have power to source our electric drills. So we stick down stone furnaces. Behind that, we'll stick down a burner mining drill on a patch of our choice. With this, it's iron because it's silver or blue in its hue. Up here, we have this black and grey coal. And at the beginning of the game, we need to feed this coal for it to then drill and mine the ore of your choice, this being iron obviously, and then feed itself into a stone furnace, which will then receive coal, as we can see just now, to then burn plates. Melt plates. Smelt plates, not burn plates. Smelt plates. Both sides have to do this. At the beginning, you get nothing given to you, other than a few basic items like a few stone furnaces and a few iron burner mining drills. Later on, we will see large smelting stacks that will be automated. And yeah, we're looking at a really good game here. One thing I haven't checked out yet is outpost potential. We've got some outcrops here of copper. Does the west favor outposting? I guess so. People are moving there already. Oh yeah, we do have the pot noodle on. That's good stuff. Next time I'm on stream, I'll try and calibrate the subscription. Not subscription. What am I fucking talking about? The emotes. It's hot today. It's hot in my house. Sorry, I have actually good central heating rather than crappy old radiators. Anyway, enough about me. We have an entire 3-hour game for me to talk about myself. Let's talk about the game. So yeah, let's talk about the west side outposting potential. Large copper patches signify that this could be an egregious place for a base. Millions and millions of iron. A small coal patch though, I'd worry slightly about that. Some more coal off to the far west. Is a 1.1 patch and a 600k enough? Has there been a 14 biter battles? It's Fish Bus. Welcome. We've toyed around with the idea. We have toyed around with the idea. Let me bring up my high level MS Paint capture tools, where effectively Why is it not lined up? Sorry, this is a me problem, not a you guys problem. We split the map down the middle. And then you have kind of people fighting this way, this way, this way, and this way. I like the idea. Imagine if, when your team gets killed, you then have to go to the other side. And then when that team goes, you go to that side. And all of a sudden you have like 3 quadrants versus the most strong quadrant, although you'd run out of room. So yeah, probably not. But it's been theorized, it's certainly been thought about, but we haven't managed to put it into development. However, one thing which we have seen, which I'm a big fan of, some could say a fanboy, and they'd be relatively accurate in that, are these cool little additions to our game. Little UI upgrades. And you love to see it. You love a little upgrade. Here we can see what the guys are researching, and girls, and other people at the internet. We can see where they're at with that research. We can check on over to team stats, see how much is being mined and what it's being turned into. As you can see, we haven't had any red belts built yet, so we don't know who's going to win. We can see how many kills have gone down, how much research has been done, at what time that research ticks in. There's a lot going on here, a lot going on, and over the course of the game, I'll be referring back to this. There was a 4-way, but it's not biter battles. Yeah, got you. So for those of you who don't know, or even those that do, that may need like a little refreshment. Just a little refreshment. What's going on? I can do this. Oh, it's stuff like that. You know, we have a scoreboard. We're like ESPN up in this bitch. The main thrust of the main objective of the game is to defend your base at all costs, and to defend this rocket silo. Both teams have one, and they're opposite each other. The map is split by this enormous lake. Sorry, is it a lake? Is it a river? That's a really good point. Or is it an ocean? Because it doesn't have any edges. It just goes on and on and on. This watery body that sits between the two bases indicates that neither team can throw a grenade, shoot a bullet, do anything to the other team. You are here purely to defend yourself from the bugs which exist to the south of your base if you're on the south, and coincidentally, but by no coincidence at all, the north of the north space. Over the course of the game, these bugs, and many others like them, will grow in strength and number. They will become stronger and stronger, to the point where they will be able to hit you and kill you with one attack. So it will take time for us to get there. However, when they do become huge, and now I can finally use, this is the only reason I brought this emote into the game. Remember to press F in chat, everyone. When we see a death, Open Drain, the captain of the south, heroically has had a misadventure and is currently taking a nap on the ground. Oh, thank you, Sailor. I massively appreciate that. Thank you for the support. I try to make a habit of not asking for people to subscribe because I don't see the point. Rip. But I really do welcome it. Thank you. And yeah. Oh, you've got all the emotes. Oh dear. You've got all the terrible emotes. Yeah. Of course, absolutely. Who am I to judge? My main goal is to make it slightly better, and I've got some story-based content that I've got cooking in the background as well. So I've got some lore videos. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I've had some time to think, and I actually do want to try and make my YouTube channel more than just a posting of these games. And the Twitch as well can definitely improve in terms of like how it is and what it is. So yeah, watch this space. Hopefully we'll be able to get a really solid, different kind of stream on. I was talking earlier on about these mix patches. I believe the people that can tame these, that can kind of get the most out of these, ultimately hold the largest power block in terms of resource output. Nobody's yet managed to find a way to filter this. Oh, also the story of Pandy. I don't know if you remember, but I had a gladiator who had a frying pan. That story must be told in the most gladiator style I can possibly muster. The editing on that is going to be horrendous, but the story of Pandy, the legend of Pandy, must be told, must be cemented into internet history for all things. I don't know. I'm having some really cool. I'm meeting some fantastic people on the internet. Really kind, really nice people. Not just from this community. Obviously, I spend a lot of time with this community, but I've been playing a couple of other games, and I realised that there are some fantastic stories that could be told. And not because I'm a legend and because I'm really good at the game, but some really. I mean, I've been playing a game called GTFO. And some of the runs we've been having on that with me and 3 random people who just met and who now play together, fantastic. I'm really enjoying that. So I've started to play some Foxhole, started to play some story games. It's just wild, you know. It's a shared experience, isn't it? It's that we're doing it together. We're terrified together. Yeah, I need to start making some more content, is what I'm saying. And I'm hoping that with the right level of editing, I need to learn how to do some more bits and pieces. We can tell a story. And the same way that some of these games happen, or when I play some of these games, I want to try and tell a story of how our team came to win. What happened to us? What did we have to overcome? And what was our play? What was our plan? And did we manage to Spooktober? Oh god. I've never played a game that's that hard. Although my birthday is in October. I don't think I'm doxing myself by saying that, but Yeah, I need to do like a birthday type stream as well. But yeah, loads of stuff on the cards. What I'm saying is, I found a re-energized love and passion for playing video games. I was burning out, I think is the right way to say. Coming to the end of moving out of London, so, you know, thank you, man. Thank you. Also, how are you guys and girls? What's going on with you? Should we celebrate a little bit? Who's got some good news? Not that I'm trying to pry into anybody's life or anything like that, but has anybody started university? Has anybody started school? Looking forward to getting picked for any sports teams? A cake? Oh dear. Now I feel like you must describe said cake now that you've introduced it into chat, because I'm hungry now, dude. I don't want to stop you from playing in your team, because obviously you have a big role to play. But what kind of cake are we talking about? And is there chocolate involved? And if there is, describe it heavily to me. Not to put you on the spot, but you're now the centre of the stream. Chocolate banana cake, that's a mixture for the gods. Literally, I didn't think you had good taste. You come here every week to watch my stream, so that was clearly that you are a man of culture, or a person of culture. But yeah, banana chocolate cake. Bane outfit. Trying to get into university. What's the, because uni starts mid-September? Bananita. Bananita? Okay, so you're into a bit of cosplay then, getting a Bane outfit. I was born in the darkness. Molded by it. And the GF moved in. Nice, man. It's a big step. It's a big step. You really do learn a lot about each other when you move in together. And it can be difficult, but it can also be incredibly rewarding, because I felt like when I moved in with my girlfriend, we became a lot closer. I learned more about her, and it made our relationship stronger for it. Sailor Faye, I'm doing well. Keeping up with all, planning out my Spooktober plans along with a Christmas getaway. And I got my husband into Forza. Ooh, okay. 5 races now. My little car club. I'm not just saying this. I'm actually really interested in doing sim racing. Not like the hardcore where you have to have your own seat and steering wheel, and you know, it's really nerdy like the Formula 1 drivers do to kind of practice on their off days. But oh, you're going to an abroad university? Yeah, that does take time. That will take some time, because there's all visa issues and getting all your passport stuff set up, mate. Good luck. Honestly, it'll be eye-opening. Wherever you end up going, learning about a new culture and a different culture will really benefit you down the line. Sailor Faye, if you need a 6th racer, I can't say I'm any good. I certainly won't try and take people out. But I've been getting into Formula 1 recently, and you did mention before. Yeah, I do remember, mate, I do remember. But I didn't realise it would be Feb or October, though. Dude, come to the UK. Or France. Depends. Parlez français? Ça va bien? Bonjour, mon cher. That's all I know. That's all I know. Currently between jobs. Faffing with Factorio. I like that saying. Faffing with Factorio. Modding, streaming. In the meantime, Bish, you have a new follower from me. Do you want to throw your Twitch link into the chat so we can all drop you a follow? Still know more than me. But it's good. We've got stuff to be happy about. That's the key here. We've got stuff that we're proud of, stuff that we're working on. Yeah, if you need it, I'm not very good. I can't profess any high level of skill when it comes to this game, but I'm just loving playing games. Not a fan. I know, mate, it's different. It's different out here. And the thing is, any major university is typically placed around a major city, so you're going to get big city problems. Big city crime, big city criminality. Yeah, I'll certainly try and have fun. Whilst they're digging me out of the gravel traps and peeling me off of the barriers. But yeah, I played I played a couple of racing games in my time, and Aussie is not taking foreign students. Yeah, it's rough, dude. They're vetting. A friend of mine went out there to work, and he was a A-level teacher out here, but they didn't need him when he landed in Australia. His wife was Australian, He ended up doing carpet fitting and bricklaying for like 2 or 3 years until they could like figure his stuff out. It was wild. Absolutely wild. Like, you'd think that they need teachers, but no, they need their teachers. And I get that. Yeah, I get that. We will talk about the game, but as you guys know, the beginning of the game is always a bit slow, so I like to try and do a bit of, how's you? How's life? Balatro. Ah, Balatro? I'm definitely saying that wrong. Oh no. Califabot. Having a rest. Five years ago, decent, yeah. Post-university, I felt for me, I was glad it was over. Not to hate on uni, I didn't fit in very well. I tried my best, but I just wanted to get it done, get it out the way. I wasn't, like my uni days, I don't see through like a vignette of absolute happiness and joy. There's no right way, it's a made up word. The new one that I want to play is it Shapes 2? It's very Factorio-esque. Automation, you know, lanes of stuff and little mini factories. Definitely want to get into that. But yeah, I don't know. The weird thing was, I got to university and I was really happy. And I did okay. I was like middle of my class. And for whatever reason, just, I don't know. I think it was the people that I was hanging around with were just not that engaged with being at university. They were more about partying, and I just wasn't. I wanted to kind of get more of a rounded view of it all, and didn't. Yeah, actually, Sailor, you're kind of, that's very similar to my mindset. I was like, can I just get out of it? I also, my uni girlfriend at the time, we broke up in the middle of our second year. And all of her friends didn't like all of my friends, and it wasn't like anything bad happened. We just didn't really, we weren't the same person basically under pressure with all the assignments, and I'm all for getting shit-faced and enjoying life. You say that now, give it a year. Give it a year. But enjoy yourself though, you have to do it. You have to enjoy yourself in order to learn that lesson. But yeah, I was like, I just wanted to pull the plug. At the end, it was like, right, I've done this. Get myself qualied, get myself applying for jobs, and get out, you know, whilst I'm still there. And do you know what's really sad? And I don't mean to bag on this, but there are a lot of people that went to uni that go back there all the time, and it's almost like they're trying to relive their glory days, and they're like in their 30s, you know, going to like student bars and stuff. And I'm like, come on, man, you did this when it was the right age to do it, 18, 19, 20, or 21 if you stayed and did a master's. But you're in your 30s, you've got kids now, like, leave the students alone. Let the children play. As Santana once said, as an epic guitar riff rips itself through a fantastic album, let the children play. What a great album. Sorry, I've just reminded myself of something I need to listen to later. Carlos Santana. Boom. Oh yeah, saved. Saved for later. What? Sorry, yeah. Pavev with the first send. Pull up our menu and we're going to dial 1% back in. You know, I think we're having a good chat here, so I want to keep that going. Research is looking good. The North are finishing up still, with South have already finished theirs. South is slightly ahead on the research queue. When it comes to team stats, they started producing green science as well at 15 minutes in. This is normal though. Enkling normally has some really interesting mole-based builds, then move and progress into science of a larger scale, so. Oh dude, Blender, nice. Hey man, no worries, grab some food, grab some coffee. I always say this, don't feel like you need to be here for the whole thing. This goes on for a while, so it's nice to bump into you. Fish bus. Once I don't want to click on that link and then my Twitch goes wrong. But when we're done here, I'm going to add you a follow and help you grow. You're probably bigger than me. I like to do it. There you go, boom, follow. Nice. Oh, we're playing TF2. Yeah, boy. I love me a bit of TF2. I always go as the NG, and I always get ruined by spies, mate. I'm far too trusting of random players running towards my sentry gun and my dispenser. oh yeah, mate, he just needs healing. And I'm dead. And all my stuff's dead. And I don't want to play this anymore. What a great game. I just wish they'd have kept pushing. I mean, Team Fortress 3 when? Half-Life 3 when? Guardians of the Galaxy. The potential for that game is massive. NG in any game. Yeah, dude. NG in this game. What is Valve's? Is Gaben scared of 3? Does 3 have any significant? Let me just Google this real quick. Is 3 an unlucky number in any culture? Is the number 3 unlucky in any? Is number 3 unlucky in any culture? Cultural symbolism. We're going deep. We're going to learn some stuff. The number 3 is generally considered lucky in many cultures, but there are some exceptions, as we see a bite wave running through. What's going on, guys? Have we got guns? Are we shooting this? And Gabriel manages to catch that. I'm kind of worried, though. They just rolled in. Are we going to see another death? No? Okay, lucky there. Oh, that was close. Continue. For example, in some European cultures, the number 3 can be associated with bad luck. This contrasts with Chinese culture, where the number 3 is seen as very lucky, symbolizing harmony, success, and good fortune. Nothing about American culture, though. I wonder why. Enjoy the dog walk. Enjoy the dog walk, Sailor. I got it for free and now it's $60. I remember the orange box. The orange box, I got TF2. I got Portal. America's Nothing Dreams Bad. It could just be a Gaben thing. I'd love for them to at least try and make it. I know there are fan-made Half-Life 3s and Portal 3s, but like, come on, guys, it needs to happen. You know, The Witcher 3, arguably the best one. A Red Rush. I mean, we're already 8% on the South. Are they threat farming at all? They are indeed. Open Drain is threat farming. With Zero Sun and Micro Boy, okay. So the red spam is going to run out of time, isn't it? Unless they're going to transition this. Okay, we have yellow ammo being built here, so this is potentially going to be military spam from Sticklord. I said we were in for a banger of a game. This could be a quick ending if it's just going to be a spam game. Maybe. Or maybe not. Oh, I missed this. Gotta watch the movie Number 23. I've seen it. It's a very good film. No spoiler alerts, but the Number 23 features heavily. Very good film. Very, very good film. And the bug waves are just being... What's going on? Hang on a minute. Do any of you like, come on, man. Oh, mate, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. The soundtrack alone, and I mean this, the soundtrack alone is mesmeric. But the story is just fantastic. The director, Michel Gondry, he does like dream sequence content. The majority of his music videos he directed, the majority of the films that he's made, have all been very dreamy and very, very ethereal. And for him to have made that, it was just fantastic. There we go. So yeah, I think it's the kind of thing where... Oh shit, when was the last time I saw a good film? Holy. No, I know when I last saw a good film. I watched... I got Spirited Away with my mum. What a film. What a film. She doesn't really know anything about like Studio Ghibli or anime, and I'm not massive into my anime, but I loved like One Punch Man, like Mob Psycho 100, probably all very basic you know, stuff. I mean, any of you actual connoisseurs out there will probably be like laughing at me, but of how basic of an anime guy I am. But Akira, Attack on Titan as well, fantastic setups. And let me change the music up real quick as well. Disco I thought was going to be a good shout. It's not. It's just distracting me. Also, how's the music level? Hoping it's not too loud. Instrumental? Yeah. Let me know if you can hear that or not. I'm hoping that it's not super loud. Is this what I want to go for? Nah, not really. That isn't what I'm trying to... You know what? Let's stop fucking about. Let's get a good mix. One I know. Good. There we go. That's better. Bit of synthwave. Build up some vibes. Okay, looking at the map, dialing right back into the game. Eagle is our furthest eastern outpost, and is currently setting up what looks to be the beginnings of a mall, basing most of his base, if not all of his base, off an iron patch. Further in east, but still to the west, is Red Wraith, utilising a mixed patch, building up a mall. We're only 26 minutes into this game, so more things can happen, more dynamic things can happen. And Altmeister, again, beginning a smelting line. Heading close to the main, but still out to the east, Friendly Fire has some smelting going on, with Kawaii Pearltails and Sticklord, who looks to me is building up military science. Pavev is currently sticking down power for this endeavour. Friendly Fire is continuing its way on. Pozilga, again, going for the red spam. It appears to have some level of effect. We're at 10% for the south, compared to the 3.9 for the north. Moving on, Prox is doing power for the south. For the north. Takanaki, is taking plates from main. Jack the Fast, NJQR. Kawaii Pearltails is building main, with Enkling kind of getting science done. Brilliant. We can start actually judging science. Heading out to the east is west, is Blitzy, now building power, with Clutch, who has got some green spam going on. Okay, so in the north just spamming this out. Carl head over to its furthest west outpost for the north. Is Carl on their own? Carl's with just Bob. And there's nobody else. Starting at the west and moving to the east, the Pied Piper, Califer Bob, Cognitive Fun have an outpost. And they're just building up the mall. It's early game. We can't expect a huge amount to happen in the first 20 minutes. Moving further east, but still west, Neuro and Marco are building spam. Green spam, okay. But there's a counterpunch here for the south to the north, if they can build enough of that stuff. Make sure their lines don't clog up. And making sure that we filter this correctly is definitely on our cards. Open Drain, Zerus and a Micro Boy are doing the threat farming down here, and it seems fine. Don't see a problem whatsoever. Second. Discord. I've got seven messages. I really should mute this, but let me just check real quick. Okay, no, I can't do any of that now. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, Zero-Sun, Micro Boy, and somebody went down. Open Drain. Another death. That could just be a lack of healing, to be fair. But moving now more centrally into main for the south. Menander, King Crimson, PP Vale, Open Drain, I'm back, Zamboni, Gabriel and Fodeka doing power are powering on towards a lovely setup of science, a mall, basic mall to be fair, and the beginnings of military science. So they're going deep into the science side of things. North are looking to spam, the south are looking to push. Moving towards military science as well, although the north already have that researched. I wonder if they've made any. They've not. And there was a 10-minute gap in building green? That's interesting. I mean, neither side really at this point like kind of done any kind of majorly egregious poor decisions, but it appears to me like the South are just trying to plow on ahead. And if you look, like the amount of mini bases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mini bases on North. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the South. 9 on North, 5 to the South. 1 being threat farming each, so we can take them away. So 8 on the North and 4 on the South. And the green throws have begun. 228 have been sent from the North to the South. 182 from the South to the North. No red spam has happened from the South. So, what's the play? It's a piece of cake. Struggling to understand why we're not researching with this. I've been gone for a while. When I say that, I mean probably about like a week. So what's the deal? What is the deal here? Why are we seeing something different? And also, what is that difference? You're gonna throw Neuro, Sly Dog. Are all these working? They are. Relatively all working. Off a mixed patch as well, look at that. Kind of as good as you can hope for, to be fair. Am I now washed up? I'm old news, guys. I'm old news. I'm like how they used to box in the 1970s compared to like modern day boxers, you know. I just get my head kicked in. Or I'd be legendary. Let's see. Although I need to play in some more. That's my main thing. I need to get back in. I haven't played for months, dude. I think you were the one that pointed that out. It has been a long time. Too long, you could say, actually. Because I've gone to triple figures on my rank. I think I'm like rank 110 or something. That's not good enough, man. I was top 10 easily when I was playing. With that, you know, take the 0 away, make it just the 1. That's me. Also, Blitzy, is the music coming through, or is it really faint? I'm trying to still balance my audio stuff, so let me know if you can hear the music, because that's kind of key here. I listened back to the last time I streamed, and all the levels were just a little bit out. They were just tiny amounts out. So I'm going to try and just make it a better... Okay, awesome. That's good to know. That's good to know. But yeah. Military science is looking to be created. Meanwhile, in the north, we're just ticking on through, ticking on by. Green and red are our early game. Once we can master the green and red science by filling up our labs with all of it, not just some of it, we can say safely that we are in the early game. I like what Sleepy's done here. Let me just bring up my MS Paint tools. The way that you kite the bugs is that you basically kind of drag them around the circle, right? They're going to kind of come to you. They're going to go, oh, you know, follow you around in a big circle until they get you, swarm you, or kill you. What Sleepy's done here is Sleepy has paved, I don't know if you can see this, if I can get this in shot, basically paved a load of bricks down so that he has pathways, or they have pathways to run around. Very, very ingenious, and I like it. So, when Sleepy is running, they're accelerated in these pathways. I'm not sure of the... I mean, it's obviously been slapped down, but what you probably want, if you have time to do it, is just create a circle of concrete, a circle of bricks, and then use that to basically kind of flood the bugs around, bringing them into a tighter and tighter circle. It's when they're right on top of you and they are literally just biting you to death. Throw a grenade down, round your feet, boom. Group them up, blow them up. At this point in the game though, you're not going to have a ton of grenades, which is fine, you know. You just don't have a lot of stuff of anything really at the beginning of the game, so You know, down the line, you'll find more stuff. And at the moment, they probably have a building creating a few. Here we go. 41. There you go. You probably want about 200 to 300 on you. Maybe Sleepy goes down. And another threat farmer goes down on the... Are you threat farming or is he just killing... Okay. Well, as per tradition, I'm gonna just... Every time I see a death. I was very impressed by this. So obviously both threat farmers are looking to get defenders up. That's kind of clear and obvious. They're going to try and drive the number into the negative now. North have a better opportunity to because they're on double digits. Meanwhile, the South are on triple digits. And they're looking at 23% difficulty. So the bugs have evolved now. They've gone from being these small blue, grey, brown shelled bugs. These purple shelled bugs. I really should slow down when I talk. I do tend to do that. I trip up over myself when I talk, which is not good. Not easy to get the point across as well if you talk like a machine gun. But it's going to give people like Microboy, who's currently doing big brain things, a problem. Does Microboy have anything to defend against this? And the answer is... almost. The answer is almost. Microboy goes down, the bugs are evading this particular build and moving on towards main. And a question now to be asked, obviously there's a small wall down, is any of these builder nerds, do they have anything? Hey, Wombat Panda, how's it going, mate? Hope you're having a good weekend. We are. This is a really, really good game. And there's already some difference. There's already some change. In the opening 36 minutes, the South are nearly at 25%. So you could say the North might be winning, but we are winning. We're all here. We're all here together, watching some stuff. So, yeah, I hope you're having a good weekend, mate. And I hope things are going well for you. Life is being very kind to me at the moment. Things are going really nicely. I hope that that sentiment spreads itself out to the people that watch this, and just people in general, man. You've got to be thankful for things you have. And I'm thankful for you, the fact that you're here, mate, watching my terrible, terrible stream. However, I have this now. And this makes all the difference. Now, you won't be able to see it in chat, but if you look on my screen, you'll be able to see I have coggers. Most people have poggers, and poggers is fine. Coggers is goated, absolutely goated. I think if you type that in as well, you can also spawn your own coggers too. So there have been some upgrades. Not many, but some. And yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. No, come on. I do like that. That is fantastic. That's glorious, Wolf. Glorious. So we have some sends. Almost 1,000 to Team South. Like, they really will run out of road when it comes to the sends, though. Like, red sends now. Among Us twerking. So 500 mil. I mean, 31% at this early point. You could really push ret farmers away from this environment, right? You're going to run out of fish. You're going to run out of grenades. You're nowhere near a defender. And there's a good chance that by the time you get to an hour and a half, when you need to have defenses down, you're staring down the barrel of a 50% evolutionary state. I need to find as many twerking ones as possible. I don't think I've got any uploaded. No, I don't. I'll get them. I can mess around with them. So definitely we can add them in. But yeah, Zurisan's in for a world of pain. Threat farming when they're easy to kill is one thing. Threat farming when you're running out of stuff is another. No. And at the moment, it seems to me like Zurisan might be lacking in grenades, maybe? He might be hand producing. Okay, good group. Nice pop. Healing up. No bullets in the gun. Grenades, oh dear. Okay, right, the South. Under a bit of pressure now. And Straightener, for some strange reason, has built power outside of the base. Obviously, you'd like your power to be in the base, but either way. And wall production, you legends, Menander, you know what's up. And they're splitting walls off, brilliant. This is what you like to see. Military is flooding into the labs. In my only chat, yeah, let's go. How do I turn this on? Boom. Let's do my only chat for a couple of minutes. Oh, Cookie Monster is legit goated. Let's take a look at the research as you guys spam emotes. So the the south aren't queuing anything up at the moment. I'm guessing that's because they're almost about to start their military science production. Meanwhile, the queue for the south is massive. Flamethrower towers, refined flammables, moving into blue tech, advanced processing 2, and they've already got flammables, landfill, and optics down. I don't know why, but apparently the more emotes that you have, the algorithm does something. I don't know, mate. I don't know. You get algorithmed into a better category of, I don't know, YouTuber? I don't know. I don't know about these things. But I do like a good emote. A good GIF or a good emote. Definitely, yeah. And I think I need to do some custom ones. I think I need to get some custom emotes flying around. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I like this TTV thing, man. I can get behind this. It will help fill some of the kind of drier gaps of the game where we're just waiting for things to happen. You know, we can just spam emotes. How do we feel about the game right now? And then we can all spam how we feel kind of thing. That I would not be happy about. Ooh. Where's it heading? Towards your grenade box. Open Drain's done well to catch this here, but power has been hit and crippled. And they're just fighting for their life. Neuro goes down to Neuro. Very Neuro thing to do. Obstinate Frenchman. Marco's in for a world of hurt. 32% at 41-minute mark is dangerous. Very dangerous. North are enjoying a 20%, but they're managing to get their threat under control and into the negative. And it's just Sleepy. It's just Sleepy. Again, gathering up the bugs, bringing them all together, slamming a grenade on top of them, doing it all over again. This is a fantastic way, although as you can notice, none of the bugs he's dealing with, or they're dealing with at the moment, have purple shells, because they've yet to evolve beyond a certain state. Whereas these guys are dealing with the larger bugs, medium-sized biters, that absolutely break you when you only have grenades. A gun that doesn't shoot that fast or that hard. This sucks. The South will really earn their keep here if they can get, if they can keep this up. No, this is not an easy task. I've been in this position before. It is not fun. Not fun. Get that back on. Feel free to keep spamming emojis if you like. I don't know how it works. But I started labeling my videos as Factorio videos because they are. You know, they're a niche version of Factorio, and that somehow has algorithmed me onto other people's channels, and I don't know. Is it all about numbers? Is that the thing that matters the most? I think it's about the fun that we have. No, I don't want to have 10,000 people watch me. Nobody feels like they're being heard. Oh, chewing up the coal line. Money matters most. Bro, I'm not doing this for the money. Honestly, the only people, and I mean this, and if you're listening, Pot Noodle, you're listening, I'm willing to talk. The only way I'd ever take any kind of endorsement is if it was like a funny one. If it was like, or for a charity. You know, if somebody said, hey mate, we're doing a cancer charity thing, then you're in for the conversation. There we go. Yeah. You know, I wouldn't want to sell out. I'd hate to be that guy that was like, I had a cool small little stream, and all of a sudden I have 10,000 edgy meme lords spamming in chat, and it becomes really toxic, and you end up in some kind of controversy because you invite somebody on to talk to and they're controversial, and all of a sudden I'm the next Andrew Tate enabler because I just had somebody on who then started spouting some random stuff I couldn't switch off. Like, I don't know, I'm always quite wary of that. Like, I like what we have here, and us together. Like, I know I'm here streaming, but this is a nice place because all of us make it the right kind of environment. It would be really annoying if, let's say for instance, two viewers let's say like One Bad Panda and Blitzy didn't get on, and every time I stream, they're in my stream chat kicking off at each other. Like, how awkward would that be? Safe space for red belters. Have we seen? No, we haven't seen any built yet, right? Let's take a look at team stats. Thank God. Thank God. Although a 4-minute differential between North and South. Although the North have sent all of theirs. The North have sent all of their military signs, and the South are like, nah, bruv, we're just gonna, you know, like, get smarter. We're smartening ourselves. Whilst making life harder for our threat farmers. And that is carnage. Oh, dude, it's a great film. Great film. You'll really enjoy. I would say, though, there are a couple of scenes in that film which are jarring, and it earned its age rating off the back of those scenes. So be prepared to be slightly shocked at one point, and you don't see it coming. It's not a jump scare. It's just a little bit like, oh damn, what have I just seen, kind of thing. So yeah, be ready for. Oh, you've seen? Okay, yeah, okay. You know the scene I'm talking about, right? I don't want to say it on stream because it's pretty grim, but yeah, you know the scene I mean. Just kind of comes out the blue. Oh, it's just like this. Zero Sun trying to build stuff out the blue. Another wave of bugs come. 41% now, and we're not even an hour in. They really want to crowbar this threat farm out away from the south. And the south just carry on. They have walls. PP Vale is sticking down some really solid defense, and while sending 2,000 red goes over, and the north now should have evolved. Now they should be dealing with some medium-sized bugs, which they are. The hotel room one. Yeah, the hotel room one for me is just stands out in my mind. I was too young. Well, I wasn't too young. I wasn't ready for it. You know, he just kind of, yeah. It's grim. They're just building military to spam. If the North don't win off the back of this, if they don't manage to cripple the South, then they are certainly behind, because as you can see in their labs, their green production is kind of almost fully there, but not really. Red obviously is now well backed up because we're beyond the early game, and they're moving into blue, but is military even being looked at? Like, where does Neuro pivot from here? They are managing to put some pain on the North. But look at that. This is early into the game. Oh, mate, have you seen the video of Jim Carrey as a painter? Oh, I've got to show you this, mate. Sorry, I don't want to be that guy that, like, look at the videos that I've watched, you know? Because it's amazing, mate. I really rate him. And this is the man that was The Mask. This was The Mask, right? This is that guy. He managed to take the cartoon energy and bring it into life. And I feel like in later life he found a passion and a calling that was outside of. I feel like, do you know what he gained? I feel like he gained a level of introspection that most of us will never achieve. He has time to sit back and ask himself some serious questions about, why did I do the things I did? Why did I want to make people feel the way that they felt when I was an actor? Or when I was a comedian, sorry. What's my purpose now? You know, now that I'm an older bloke, I mean, my best years are behind me, what am I here to accomplish? Some of those paintings are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh no, please don't tell me Keanu Reeves is in some... He's like one of the good guys. And I don't just say that because he's like, oh, he was the Neo. Like, he doesn't live in a big mansion. Takes the subway in New York. He just seems like a really normal dude. Like, if I was a celebrity, I'd want to kind of live like that. I wouldn't want to be driving around in a Bugatti and flashing Rolexes and being that guy. Like, and that's probably why I'll never be famous or never be rich, because I just don't want it. I just want to be good. Be a good person, man. Treat people with respect. That wall is going to pay dividends. Holy. Ravenlord, well done, mate. This is actually saved. You've saved a little bit of production here. Genuinely. And I say it all the time, even a one thick wall. Yeah, definitely. What would you do? Here's my question to you guys. What would you do if you won Not 1 million, not 10 million, 100 million pounds, dollars, euros. Would you break it up? Give it out to different members of your family? Would you set up an organization? Like, what would you do with that? Because that's more than you need, I think. 100 million is more than you need. You don't need that all to keep your life going. You could take like 1 to 2 million of that and then just save and invest or give it away. Nature preserve and just be right in the middle. Just live like that'd be cool. I'd give some to my family. I'd definitely make sure everybody's safe and secure and set. I'd make sure that they don't have so much that they can ruin their lives, because sometimes coming into money can ruin people, like genuinely. It can be the worst thing that's ever happened to some people, winning the lottery. And then I think I'd set up charities. I think I'd try and help, like, not try and be like, look at me, I'm saving the world, because it's not like that. I've got an opportunity here to do something good, and I've got access to something I never normally would have access to. So like, try and do some good with it, right? You can't take it with you. I met somebody when I was really, really young who was terminally ill, and they had cancer. And they told me something which was quite interesting. They said there's no luggage rack on a hearse, and the hearse is a car that we use. It might be called something different in your country, but a hearse is a vehicle where you put the coffin that then goes to the churchyard to be cremated or buried or whatever your religion dictates. And it was interesting because I kind of sat there and was like, you're right, there is no luggage rack on the top of that thing. You don't get to take it all with you. You're only here for a fleeting moment anyway, so why not try and do good? Why not? Or why not aspire at least? Be aspirational. Good cigar, a dim light. Oh, can you imagine? Camping chair. Be buried with your treasures. Yeah. When I make my millions, I'm going to be a pyramid full of so that all of my enemies know that if I ever come back. Mate, a deck chair by a lake. A little hut, a little cabin. The internet, I'd like the internet. I don't want to be living off-grid. And some running water. And that's it. And then the rest of my money just goes to charity that helps people. Donate to Crohn's and colitis. No, Crohn's. I've never heard of... Am I saying that wrong? Sorry. Colitis? Colitis? I'm to Google. Sorry, you've said something. I'd like to learn new things. Oh, right. Ulcerative colitis. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I've never seen that word before. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Try and what's the? I always say this, right? What's the most amount of money to make you happy? Or what's the smallest amount of money to solve your life, solve your problems? Oh no. Are we belting blue down? No, guys, come on. Enkling. He's hoarding blue signs away from labs. He's hoarding blue sign away from labs. Do they have any blue signs, like research, ready to go? No, but Jesus, guys, come on. It's. They should figure this out. Somebody, big brain will figure this out. Enough. Universal healthcare. Oh, mate, that's not even a drop in the ocean. If you wanted to set up like a universal, you know what I mean, one that helps people, yeah, you'd need billions, if not trillions even, to get that going on. We're lucky that we have the NHS, but yeah. Oh damn, you work as a bladesmith? That's cool as fuck, dude. So are you like by the anvil, just hammering, like, I'm imagining some Viking, big, massive forearms, that huge, heavy hammer, pulling out some huge molten bit of iron and just banging it, just bashing it into shape. I'm probably wrong. It's probably all machines nowadays, but I'm choosing in my mind to see you that way, Wolf and Moon. Yeah, pulling out molten like bars of metal and just pounding them into existence. Like, you will be a sword. You will be a... Oh, that's awesome. A prop. So you make like prop swords. So like, you know, like Lord of the Rings, they needed like hundreds and hundreds of like elven swords and that kind of thing. That's sick, mate. Holy, how'd you get into that? That's cool as fuck, dude. I'm somewhat slightly jealous. I'm slightly not very, but very jealous. Good stuff, man. And also different every day, right? Like, you know, different workload, different thing you need to do each time. Machines, but I'm 6'6", 300 pounds, and I'm a machine. You are a machine, mate. You're a weapon. At that size, dude, holy. You've weaponized yourself. Your Viking ancestors will be proud of you. Will be very proud that you exist still. Oh, you did? Yeah, mate. I couldn't get... Once humans kind of gone past me, mate. It's gone past me. It's a shame. I started playing it, and then I logged back into my region, and I just didn't have the energy. At the same time, too, I would also... No, I mean, like, that spirit, though, you know. Send me to Valhalla. Oh, no, a tree is Straightener's car's downfall. Has he got anything on him? The South are almost at 50%. Oh, Straightener, mate, you're gonna go down. Just how far can you lead them away? South are in some troubles, some side swipes were happening. Power is about to get undone. Is this the undoing of the South? We're at 0.5% away. A side swipe is about to come into effect, and as we all know, you leave your base open and vulnerable, they will come round. They do come around the edges of our base. They will eventually force a pattern through to the point where they're just going to start bumping into your actual factory and killing it off. And it's great that they've got some defense down. Like, definitely don't want to throw any shade on that. You know, some of these flamer towers will absolutely do work, but you need to run them into them. You know, you want your bugs crispy. You don't want them in the middle of your base. And here we go. Sideswipe begins. Pack of mostly medium-sized biters now begin to aggress onto the South's base. At 51% now, we'll start to see blue shell bugs. Big bugs. And a big spitter was just spotted far away from north. As we all know, as the bugs evolve, they get stronger. They get bigger, they get nastier, they do more damage. The Straightener at the moment is going to be panicking because not far from main, not far from our science production, we've got some issues here. We got some issues. Straightener's second car goes down. Do we have another flame turret? No, we don't. We don't. We have a few grenades and a dream. Even a shotgun at this point won't do a ton of damage, so now it's about damage control. Grab all these people or everybody in the main base that's not doing anything right now and get them to body block this. You need this wall all the way down to this ocean down here, or this river, or whatever this water body is. We have yet to decide or to disseminate what this is, whether it's an ocean or not. Build the wall. You've got it down in some areas, and other areas it's not in existence. And how can you threat farm now at this point? We're sub 1 hour in. The North are dealing with 30% bugs, but I'd rather be dealing with that than this. Here we go. This blue shell bad boy is, at this point, with your upgrades, virtually impossible to kill. You need these guys, these blue bugs here, and there's a few of them lining up. We'll follow this pack as it comes all the way down. These guys need to bump into flamers. You cannot have them run into your base. Level 1 to 10, this is like an 8.5. Alarm bells are ringing. 10 being game ending. This is an 8.5 for me. Then they're wearing 4 or 5 grenades. You'll run out of grenades before the second or third wave come in. And again, they don't just come in, as we all know, obviously, but I may as well, I haven't used my MS Paint tools that much today. As we all know, they come in from here, or come in here, and they'll also come in to these areas as well. So we're not just going to be dealing with bugs coming directly on top of us, we're also going to be dealing with lateral bugs, bugs that come in this way, bugs that come in this way. It's a scary place to be. It's a scary place to be, and what I like and what I'm seeing, it's a river for sure. My only concern, you are probably correct because you're the developer after all, but rivers have ends, they flow into oceans. I'm imagining this as one round planet, and this is just one very oddly shaped ocean. Very oddly shaped straight ocean that the South are managing to defend, and if they can successfully push these bugs back, the flamers will do all of the hard work. All you have to do from here is head over to your wall production, grab loads of them, and then just thicken this up and you're fine. You're absolutely fine. But again, we need some of these flamers to be put down the edges of the base, and some of these walls definitely need kind of looking into, like these are far too close to the base itself, and beyond that as well, you need to be able to put your defense here. You can't have like random lines of ore being pushed and processed. So, you know, I would make an argument here, and again, I'll pull up my MS Paint tools purely just to illustrate a point, rather than having, I mean, I don't need my MS Paint tools, do I? I mean, the point is currently being illustrated. Yeah, hopefully they survive this. I do want to be able to kind of make this point. Oh, they're on top of the silo. No, don't lose like this, guys. Not like this. There's no way. How? How have the North done? Well, I know how they've done it. They've sent. But a sub 1 hour game, silo under attack, waves coming in, and it's the weakest part of the base, guys. We've just not built this defense up as well as it could be. And we are fighting for our lives. The silo's taking damage. Players going down. Respawning back in, what can you do? All you can do is take their attention, take their focus off them. Who cares about these miners? Grenade them all to death. There is no game if you lose at this point. And it was this area, this window, this corridor of the base. I don't want to miss a win or a loss, but I do want to illustrate a point that I was beginning to illustrate just now. I'm going to try and do that in real quick time whilst we have the time to do it. Is that when they start flooding into these areas, you don't want your production to be directly on top here. You need to have a buffer zone, effectively, where you can place your defenses down, right? You need, effectively, the area that you've walled here, that's where your defenses need to go, right? They need to go away from you. You need space to work effectively and to put more down the line. At this point, it's all hands to the pump. Defend as best you can. You can use repair packs. That's a really good question. You can use repair packs on the silo, and I would heavily advocate that. Even when you're under attack, just repair it. Stand here and be a target for them, because if you're a target for them, then the silo isn't. But the South are relentlessly being sent at the moment, 56% to the 29.7, and this area is absolutely smashed to pieces. Smashed to pieces. What we'd like to see, what would ideally be, is a wall. Comes out, draws a bit of a shelf, so a wall like this, and then behind that wall we have our defense. At the moment they're smashing into far too many right angles, and as we know, right angles are a death trap in this game. You know, stuff like this, and coincidentally stuff like this. If you have to have a shoulder or a corner of a base, make it one shoulder. If I zoom out real quick, each base, if you're building a box, should only have 2. There should only be 2 shoulders. There should be 1 here and 1 here. Multiple shoulders means multiple weak spots, which means multiple entry points. Yeah, you just want to keep yourself nice and defended as best you can, right? You're never going to have an ideal situation that you can come back from. But this is, yeah, dangerous. What's good for the South? Let's take a look. Let's get an understanding as to where we're at here, because we've been talking, and I like talking to you guys. But also there's a game at hand. Right. Their frontal defense, good. We like this, we're happy with this, and we can add to this. I can add more flamers here, double them up, that's good. Side defense, get in there, happy with this. It's near oil, we need to keep oil safe. But we're happy with this. You need to kind of tail this off, and there's definitely a weak spot here that could be exploited. But for now, just for now, I'm happy with this. And we'll look at the outpost down the line if main managed to sustain. In terms of research, they're pushing towards purple. They've got advanced material 2 coming in trains, and they have a lot of exclusive research, including flamethrowers. So the North haven't even teched into flamethrowers yet. But yeah, this wall being completed all the way to the river or the ocean, or the water, call it the water, very important. We need to see that happen in the next couple of minutes. Beyond that, the thickening of the wall, you know, potentially, yeah, just literally slap anything down, anything will work. Replacing what was lost, sticking down any level of defense must happen now. All for your power, it's fine. You know, you don't need this much at this point. Later you'll need loads, but for now, this is a sustainable model that you can continue to sustain. I would try and tidy up some of the wall into straight lines. Behind that, you'll be able to replace your defense. But for now, we're okay. It's not the end of the world. I would hope down the line that the South begin to invest into things like poison and slow capsules. They don't have access to them yet, but I would hope that they can down the line get that going on, because the sending is relentless. 10,000, 3,000, 300 blue, and all the South have sent, which is from Neuro, is 4,000 green. So the North smell blood, I guess. I don't know. Like, you can fit all of this infrastructure and this mining in if you just straighten this wall up. Definitely that's what I'd be doing right now. I'd be drawing a line across from this lake. I'd be drawing a line down, making sure that we have a nice sustainable front line. Much like this here, this corner. We just have to draw a line and stand at some point. This is that point, and here it goes all the way down to the bottom. The North, meanwhile, are cruising in. No mill side as of yet. They're buffering blue side to send again. I'm not enthused about this, but at the same time, I don't think that the North are like miles ahead, other than the fact that they're sending. Power blocks looking healthy. Outposts, let's take a look. Arches, excellent. This will run out of road eventually. In fact, probably at the 1 hour and 30 mark, that'll run out of road. So you need to convert that into something. And Carl is just blue sending. It's weird our players are playing like this. Normally we'd be looking at like rocket bases, but I guess if they feel like they can do it, then they just will. In map info, map notes, it stated that this is a river. Now here exists a situation where my ignorance can serve me well. At the moment, this water body is one of two things. It's what I believe it to be, or it's what you say it is. So we have a Schrodinger's river, or Schrodinger's water body at the moment. In this current moment, in my mind, two things exist. No, you're right. I'm just having a bit of fun. But the North have their threat farm has gone down just now, which means that the passive threat will increase. So you never know. The North need to start looking at defences, and at the moment, as we can see, they're not that well defended. They obviously have defences to be made, and they have walls being produced from Millside, but this could swing against them. If the South manage to stabilise and build their defences up, this could swing against the North. Even Neuro is turtling his base up, and all he's doing is building spam, right? So, this isn't bad from the South. They've managed to stabilise. I thought we were looking at a 1 hour game. Genuinely, I thought we were looking at, oh dear, the silo's being hit. That's it. But we're on. Although it looks to me like now, at least, the threat farmers have been crowbarred out of their existence. This is the remnants of a base that were used to threat farm, but now no longer does. But if turtles, they potentially could be making defenders in their main base. We see the beginnings of purple. It's almost as if the South have gone, go on then, hit me with your best shot. And I respect it. They have, in the face of huge adversity, continued on. They have all 4 sciences in some of the labs. That's something to note. They're not fully saturated yet, but they're getting there. There's another 200, Jesus, 60% of the 1 hour and 8 mark. It's not going to matter now. It's not going to matter. You can turtle up to about 90%, give or take. And it's a full team effort, this. This is a full team effort. Drawing straight lines, keeping your base safe. Putting a shoulder at some point into the base, you have to do it. So find a place that works for you. Give yourself space to build defenses. Pull up the old wall. Stick defenses back here. Dr. Claw is taking some heat. The outpost, unfortunately, is getting hit hard. Out here, we're making flame towers. Tough to be an outposter in this game. Yeah, the South have this. If they can weather the storm. Not all storms are created equal, but if they can weather this storm, it doesn't look like the North are really putting a lot into endgame. And when I say that, and I look down to the South, I see endgame. Even if this is just for purple spam, that 32% will shoot up 60, 70, maybe even 80, 90%. What the North don't have is any shield. They are all out on attack at the moment. They don't have a goalkeeper. They just have all the strikers, all offensive players. And it doesn't look like anybody's aiming to build a wall other than this one thick construction that never really finished itself off, surrounded by the worst defensive item in the game. This is scary to me if I'm on the North, if I'm being honest. And I think I'd probably ask somebody out there, who's making our defense, who's making our walls, where is that coming from? Now admittedly, they're still managing to research, but this is huge. Even a small purple send. Well, let's put it in this way. If the North had to deal with what the South are dealing with, the North go down. No stretch of the imagination does that not happen. If the South were dealing with 60% bugs, if North, sorry, were dealing with 60% bugs, put my teeth in, we are looking at a rough time. And even now, Sleepy, as you can see one of his bodies back here, even now, Sleepy doesn't really have the access to the tech for him to kill off a lot of these things without taking a ton of damage. So I'm guessing that he's wearing heavy armor. I want to take a punt on him having heavy armor. You kind of want mod, if you can get there, modular armor. Down the line, have some poison and slow capsules. I don't think they're there yet. I think they're behind on research. In fact, let me see. So the North have produced a lot of red, consumed a fair bit, produced a lot of green, sent a lot of, in fact most of green and red has been sent. They have only consumed 114 mil psi. They don't want to fight. They just want to punch the other guys. And then they've produced and sent more blue than they've consumed. Meanwhile, look at this, 0 sent on both mil and blue, and we're about to move into purple. And the military science eventually comes unstuck. There is a point, a tipping point, where you get to 80, 60, 70%, and building that stuff and sending it makes no gains for you whatsoever. As you can see here now, flamethrowers they've got the reach now, they can just burn these bugs to a crisp. You can replace the wall at very cheap cost to yourself. This is actually a really solid stabilization from the South, and I'm not just saying that so that there's something to talk about. It's taken a while to kill them because they don't have upgraded flammables, but the bugs are dying. They're dying before they get anywhere near your silo, and they're dying before they get anywhere near anything important. So yeah, what used to be an area of weakness, beginning, it's formulating itself into an area of strength, but it will take some time for us to get there. We're still dealing with some really kind of chaotic waves, and yeah, as you can see here now, that's 3 waves coalescing into one tiny choke point. What we do know is that down the line, I don't think it happens now, but I think it's over 70 or 80%, when the bugs begin to die near water bodies, they will, oh no, they do now. They will release some landfill, so you can't use a lake or a river to defend forever. Eventually, you're going to have to seal everything off. And as we can see here, still lots of elbows, lots of right angles. We don't like this, but I'm glad it's there. You know, a couple of poison capsules in this area could be a really good killing field to drop your Evo, actually. You could use these stone furnaces to run between, drop poison capsules to break them up. In fact, maybe that's the play here. What are we moving on to? Purple's being created. And are they researching with this? Are they going to pipe any of this back, or is this like a purple spam? Jeez, if Open Drain manages to win this game, it's off the back of his main base players, his team really carrying out what he needed them to do. You don't kind of tend to win as a captain when you make the best plays. You tend to win as a captain when everybody else is kind of on the same page. Sleepy goes down again, and this is what I'm talking about now. He's not really dealing, or they're not really dealing with blue bugs yet. If Sleepy was dealing with blue bugs, I imagine this goes into the positive instantly, and they're done. They're done for. So I'm wondering if like Neuro is saving up thousands of green, or if he's just spamming. Like genuine confusion for this game for me. We're not doubling up our flamers. We should, because we can. This is a really weird way of building the flamers. Typically you just stick another flame turret here and then allow the oil to be kind of shoveled around at the back. But whatever, it works. Still haven't finished this wall. This is something I'd be worried about. That's an open door. That is an open door that you need to shut closed. And although we've had a lot of effort and energy on this side, like I said before, it doesn't take a lot for the bugs to kind of make their way over to an area. I mean, so look at this. Conversely, if this area here is hit even half as much as this... Oh, they did close it. I'm an idiot. We have an open door policy. Let's see, it looks like you voted for the North. And I don't know how you're feeling right now, dude. Like, they have a lot of stuff going on. Fair play. And they have lots of mini bases around. Again, equally fair play. But they've all been building spam. And I'm just not exactly sure what the... Is this a bus? No, come on, man. Okay, the North have a bus. I don't see it happening. I think the North have lost this. Do I call it now at 1 hour and 15? No, that's wrong. I can't call it now. It's game. It's actually game. How did I not spot this? Please tell me you have something on you. Yeah, there we go. That's what we like to see. Even if Caliphate goes down, most of this does too. And whoever is here with them, perfect. Best possible outcome for an attack like this. Make sure there's only 1 or 2 of them around. Now you can deal with this. That's manageable. Pipes can deal with this. This can be rebuilt. But I think this is GG. Are we seeing anything else out here? Not game right now. Obviously not game right now, but they don't have an answer. Although Clutch leads the South after going down to the massive attack. All they need to do is produce a small amount. 2, 3, 400. Put a limit on it. Say 1,000. We just need 1,000 purple. And let's see. Oh, with this new tab as well. Oh dear. And look at that. The North haven't even begun to research into purple. Exclusively to the South. But is it too late? You need to double these flamers up, man. There's no reason not to. Double up your flamers, carry everything you need, like poison capsules, etc. You have 10 in storage. Double these up. Don't let them work on their own. You know what the right pattern is. It's 1 stem up, 1 either side, and do that across the board. 70% now, South are dealing with. Oh, and their wall is gappy. Oh, and they're getting broken into, but they have purple science. Oh god, right, let's take a look at how much have they made. They've made almost 200. That's actually huge for this time. Oh, hang on. Hang on for dear life, South. The win is on the cards. The win is in the horizon. You can see it. You're behind the steering wheel. You're going at good speed. Every now and again, stuff is bashing into you and slowing you down, but you're on. You are actually on. I thought you were dead and buried. Less than 20 minutes ago, we saw bugs chewing your silo. You've stabilized. It's been chaotic, yes. You know, no doubt about that. It's been chaos. But you've done it. You've done the hard work. All you have to do now is react. Thicken the life out of this wall. Seriously, just replace your defenses. Be active. If I'm the captain of the South team, I'm activating everyone. Saying, look, 10 minutes. Need everybody for 10 minutes. Just be a lightning rod and just move. Get stuff moved. Because little too thick walls now, with 1 flamer defending it, is not good enough. We want to win. The silo's right here. We need this area. Somebody please come with me, or 2 of you please go out to this area with what you need, take what you need, make this happen. Because we're on like Donkey Kong. We are on like Donkey Kong. And that's a great hydrate time, mate, because my voice is going. Thank you. thing as well, poison capsules are the answer. Poison capsules will be the answer, but they've managed to break in. Why haven't we put down any flamer turrets down here? We don't need this much iron, it's backed up already. Drop out the back end of these iron miners, these iron drills. This is scary, scary times. Purple's being made, purple's being stored. The north are at 35%, the south at 74%. This is just like Vietnam. It's just an absolute slugfest here. So many dead items, so many dead bugs, so much chaos. There's gaps in the wall that they can come through. There's like one thick wall and like right next to your silo as well. Oh. How many flamer towers do you have? Please tell me people are grabbing from this box non-stop. You've created 21, 25, 45. A roast. God damn it. I do like the smell of a roast biter in the afternoon. It's rough, dude. And it's this area here. Let me pull up my high level MS Paint tools real quick. So, you know, how do you remedy this? It's all well and good saying, oh, this is an issue, but how do you remedy this? These miners in this bubble need to go. They need to get out. They are not game winning. They are not game losing. They just need to leave the area right now. And in its place, you need to make sure that you can stick towers down. Flamer towers most notably, that will shoot flame over your wall that exists. We're just imagining that there's a wall they're shooting over right now, because at the moment no wall exists. But dream with me for a second. Imagine in this area here, big wall existed that was like 5 or 6 thick. That is how you defend this area. You have multiple flame towers. Like, it's not good enough to have what you have here. Yes, it's stabilizing you. Yes, you're okay for now. Give it 10 minutes. Give it half an hour. If you stay in the fight, this will be a contentious area to say the least. Very contentious area. So I hope they can stabilize. Looks like the north is starting to build a wall. That's fine. But again, certain bases are in the way. The purple spam is a big deal. Purple spam is a very, very big deal. When it does happen. And again, they have to build it. You need to build enough of it. For it to matter, you need enough stuff to be coming in. And at the moment, we seem to be slowly churning out red chips, which is great. But yeah, purple's not optimized is what I'm saying. And yeah. Meanwhile, the outpost that's got the real spam on is suffering. Suffering is probably the best way to put it. Pipes is joined by Caliphate Bop and Cognitive Fun. They've got some defenses down and they are building, as we can see here, poison capsules. Very strong play. As we check into our team stats, we can see that 624 purple jugs have been built. Some have been sent. Actually missed the send here. The south sent 21. And that jumped it by 2 points. Interesting, that's not a lot. You have a death? Yeah, that's a bit too far, mate. Like the ambition, but yeah, you're not going to be building a wall all the way across the map. So just box yourself in. Figure out what you need, box yourself in. Meanwhile, the front area of the south's defense doing a great job. Again, I hate the fact that there's just one flamer here. You can have 2. Imagine twice as much damage. And there it is. 498. 144. 6. Shove the north's evolution to 60%. The number of bugs to kill, 6,300. Now, Threat Farmer can be no more. Whoever exists in this area, whoever's body that was, will no longer exist in this area. They are now in full defense mode. My question to the north now is, what are you going to do about this? This send is done. And military sending is done. We are over that portion of the game. We are now into the phase of the game where you need to have reliable, static defenses. Set them up, forget about them. At the moment we have a wall, unprotected base, that is oddly enough creating walls, but not storing them, which is wild. The bugs are coming. Bugs are coming. And I don't think the north are ready. We'll try and keep in touch. I do want to make sure I check in on the south every now and again. but they completed yellow. Are they just going to go for a yellow rush on? Okay. Right, we will see once the bugs do spawn. It does take a little bit of time. We'll see the bugs crashing down onto the north. Now that could be anywhere. Let me zoom out real quick to like the most zoomed out I can be without it seeming too out there. Where can they come from? Well, kind of everywhere, really. You will see bugs coming in this direction. You'll see them float here. Obviously they want to come in and attack the silo, but that's not always how they play themselves out. They're not robots in that sense. And here we go. Let me just drop this out real quick and we'll look at our first defensive play from Sleepy. Big bugs. These blue-shelled guys are a problem. This defensive base is being torn to pieces. Again, we did say poison capsules will deal with them, and obviously they're only 61% strength, meaning that they're easier to kill than 76, but they're still causing chaos. And they're switching things off. Oh, thank you, Sailor. I need to learn how to do shout-outs as well. Let me see if I can do a shout-out real quick. Oh, bro, okay, I will learn how to shout out, and I will definitely give you a shout out next time. I'm sorry. But thank you for joining us, and thank you for the subscription as well. I hope you have a really good weekend. Oh, it's a dash command. It's a dash, okay. Hey, and that's my first ever shout out. I've never done one before. Thank you. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you have a really good one. Thanks for tuning in. There's a first for everything. Much like seeing the South somehow survive this. And they're just so unbelievably doomed in this area. They haven't reinforced this. Now we're just slowly drip feeding purple signs. But there are parts of the base that just need... Okay, got you. Outpost goes down. Friendly fires on the ground. Big bugs, yeah, they'll go down too, they'll die, but the damage they do, the interruption to the game they cause, the panic that sets in when wave 1 comes and dies and 2 comes, it's just... We are in a precarious moment in the history of the North's game. I believe that they're not ready for this. They're going to lose a lot. Absolutely lose a lot here. Now we saw some flamers, and this is how you set them up, by the way. A single pipe with some undergrounds and one either side. This is the best DPS you can get out of your flamers. But again, it doesn't exist everywhere. And we mentioned this earlier, the wall is not enough. Replacing the wall is not enough. And all that's going to happen from the south to the north, whilst I'm guessing they try and get yellow spam on. They're attempting to get yellow spam on. Is they're trying to push the south to 90%. But I believe the north going to 75 to 80% is enough to kill the north off, because of things like this. No, they will die, they will go down. There is no doubt in my mind that this wave of bugs will be killed, but what will they take with them? What will they manage to attack? What will they manage to what kind of attention will they attract? How much damage can they do? Hey, Toucan, have a look at this. I have managed to improve my stream and make it worse. I got your message about Star Citizen. I'm in. I've just been busy today, but we will get onto some of that. Definitely. I want to try some of the cargo hauling stuff. And yeah, the North just didn't defend. And again, it's not GG, right? It's not game over, but you're losing stuff that you didn't want to lose before. Belts are starting to be mixed now. People are panicking. You know, the people that should be defending, could be defending, are actually having to kind of run over and kill these waves off rather than sticking down your flame turrets. And again, we're only dealing with 65% right now. Store Citizen. Oh, dude, we were trying to park a spaceship a couple of days ago, Toucan and I. And we'd requested a, 30 yellow goes across. Let's see what that changes. We were trying to park a spaceship, and we were hovering over a spaceport, and it just despawned the spaceship as we were like 5,000 or 6,000. That does nothing. They've done it. Yellow's not good enough. And they can't build enough yellow to make it viable. Like, they just sent 30 and it changed the dial by 0.5. You're going to need to make a lot of yellow for it to make any real impact on this game. Oh, damn. So yeah, we're flying over a starport. We're hovering in place, and it despawned the ship. We stayed in the sky, and we began to fall to the planet's surface. I think we're like 5,000 or 6,000 meters off the ground. Ah, Star Citizen, you disappoint me still, even after a year of playing. never failed to surprise me. Never ceased to amaze me. Let's change the music up. We're into a bit of pain at the moment. So let's go for something a bit more higher tempo, a little bit more. A little bit woo, a little bit way, a little bit woo. But yeah, the North they're going down. And Sugar, we're going down swinging. Whatever happened to them? Is that Fallout Boys? Am I wrong in saying that? We're going down in an earlier round, and Sugar, we're going down swinging? They were alright. I didn't mind those guys. In fact, what happened to emos? Any of you guys know? Where did the emos go? Did they transition into a new alternate version of... I'm asking for a friend. So, 10,000 threat on the north. 11,000 threat on the south. A very nice evolutionary number at 69.4%. Nice. On the north, and the south are dealing with 81%. The north's goal here is to drive the south into the behemoth territory. And I am telling you now, boys and girls, this will crumble if they don't sort this out. They don't get this ready and right for the next 9% increase in evolutionary state that the north are trying to force the south into. We are going to struggle. So yeah, welcome everyone. I said this game was going to be a banger. Defense versus no defense. It's speedy tech. Oh, the side swipes. Right next to power. Jackson, how could you say something so controversial and yet so true? Groups that worship death tend not to stay on this plane of existence. Yeah, I know. I think they molded or morphed into a different version of their music, and I liked it. I liked the high energy, not the really sad stuff. Bullet for My Valentine. I couldn't get behind that. That's just not a me thing, and I'm not hating on people that do, but it certainly didn't work for me. However, as we see now, more purple sends going across to the north. 70%. Bugs are getting stronger. They're getting pumped up. They had some good, what's the word I'm looking for here? Catchy songs. They had some good, one-hit wonder types. And I'm down for that. Who remembers Puddle of Mud? She fucking hates me. Da 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 da. Oh, come on, that's a banger. I don't care who you are. Stick that on in a bar at 1 o'clock in the morning and everyone's singing it. Maybe not this generation, obviously. They're probably skibbidying, toileting. Also, if anybody out there can explain to me Skibbity Toilet, thank you, because I'm lost. Somebody tried explaining it to me the other day, and apparently I'm Riz. Well, again, I'm asking for a friend, but somebody said I was Riz, and I don't know. Rizzler, you used to be able to roll with Rizzler paper, right? I think he was calling me a stoner. Rizbron. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm glad I'm not part of that generation. We had stupid shit when I was a kid, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating at all. Every generation has that thing that happens, but I genuinely am lost for words when I see that stuff. But yeah, Skibbity Toilet, mate. Fuck it now. What is that? Now, it's Gary's mod, right? I've seen a screenshot. I'm not Googling it. If I Google that stuff, I'm fucked. My algorithm is done. It's an episodic thing. Nah, you're yanking my chain here, mate. There's no way that's a series. It's a TV show. Or no, sorry, not a TV show. It's like a web series. You have every opportunity here to fuck with me and tell me something that it's not. And I appreciate every effort in order to try and... A web series? No, come on. Reels? Somebody's calling Rip to North. No, they're kiting the waves. They have some bosses to deal with, but I was going to wait until they got to 80% before calling Rip, but... Bugs are now stronger, by the way. That's why they're... I'm not. If I look it up on YouTube, I need a new YouTube account. I'm not using my algorithm right. I've got my algorithm set. It shows me the camping things I want to see. It shows me the cooking shows I want to see. The moment I type in Skibbity Toilet, I'm going to get a load of mumble rappers and people with those broccoli fucking haircuts. I'm going to Andrew Tate pop up into my channel. I'm just going to have to ban everyone again. Block everything. Incognito, I just don't believe it. I don't trust it. I'll tell you what, I'll download Firefox and I'll have an alt account, a guest account, and I'm going to Google this shit because is it bad? And when I say bad, I don't mean like terribly made. Is it just really cringy and just awkward? And 85.2, they're on the clock. It's brain rot. There we go. That's what the question I was trying to ask. Is it shit in terms of like, is it just loud and obnoxious? And because when I was younger, we had a guy called Dom Jolly. Does anybody remember Dom Jolly? He was a legend, and he was loud and obnoxious, but it was kind of funny though. There was always like there was an angle to it. Oh, made for 6-year-olds. Yeah, that makes sense. Got you. 3-second attention spans. It's got nothing on Shrexophone. Shrexophone is goated. I will hear no bad language or slander against Shrexophone. I have played many a game to the soothing lullaby that is 1, 2, 3, bum. Bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum. Great tune. Hope I don't get demonetized for singing Shrexophone on mic. 86.9%. The South are closing in on dealing with behemoths, and at the moment they're struggling to deal with big biters. This passageway right now is a major area of contention, and they still feel content to stick one flamer down. I don't know why they're not spamming them. I do not know why they aren't doing this. But in an effort or an attempt to curb the bugs coming through, it looks to me like somebody, Ravenlord it looks like, is taking the fight to the bugs. He's moving their lines out, which is dangerous, but it's definitely worth doing. Other areas of the base, yeah, they're getting hit a little bit, but I'm not overly worried about kind of their eastern defense. It's more about this western side. And even then, if you draw the line down here, you then have to kind of figure yourself out down this end, but you've got to expand. Blitzy goes down. Oh dear. That's big. That's a large outpost going out. It's clutches as well. And that's very close to a side of the base with no defenses down. Well, no, sorry, they do. They have some. But that's all they have. Let's take a look at the sends. 1600 from south to north. 238 purples north to south. 90%, they finally got it. Lads, you need to figure this out, because those behemoths will plow through poorly organized defenses like this. Oh, do I need to row back on my, I think the North have won this, I've lost this. What an absolute game we have on our hands right now. What a game. The South have defended to a point, but their defense is weak and lacking in many areas. They're trying to encapsulate Claw's base. I see lasers. How many? Not many. Power is odd. Power needs some work. Can you not hook into main base, or is main base struggling as well? Main base is struggling as well. Power is weak. Lasers won't work. Need to figure this cold situation out quick. Walls are being made, obviously slowly. Yeah, Jesus, lads, if you want a purple spam, you need to make sure you've got power in your grid. Like, what is going on? How do you fix this? Solid fuel, some of your... Right? Yeah, just turn petrol into solid fuel. Literally. Yeah, this. Chemical plant, that's all you need. Put petroleum in. Send it over here, into here. Like, peel this off, bring it here. Feed the bottom of your power block, and it'll then back everything back up. I'm glad they're doing it, but they're sending it the long way around for sure. Or hand feed. Caliphabot with 478. Ah, they're closing in on that 80% mark. Bugs are getting stronger. North's defense is... Oh, it's creaking, isn't it? It is creaking. gaps in some areas, bosses just going through with impunity in others. As we can see here, even a bit of flame doing a bit of damage, fair enough, but the bosses are coming through, the waves are big as well and aggressive. This side is completely open to anybody that wants to come. And again, the bugs are quicker, they are stronger, they will take more damage, they will take longer to kill. And yeah, interesting use of the flamethrower there. I do like it as a weapon, but hard every now and again to kind of convince people to use it. And again, here we go. This was the area we were talking about. They continue to kind of hammer at the door of the north. An elbow is getting broken into by the boss. Again, it's just another open corridor for them to walk through. I just don't understand this no defense meta, man. Like, I'm gonna have to play about 5 to 10 games of this to try and figure this out, but how do you get away with not defending? Who lets you not defend? Let's take a look at research real quick. One's in, Behemoth. And that's just a normal bug. That's just a normal Behemoth bug right there. He is savaging that side of the base. Have the south, fuck this. Oh, I don't know, let's take a look. Outproduced on yellow for sure. Way outproduced from the south to north on purple side. What are we missing? It's Millside, isn't it? But we're also producing lasers? Why are we slow on military science? Grenades? No, coal. Oh my god, what an absolute piss take. You're skimming coal off the bottom of smelting lines, like, fucking hell boys, bring this one along. Oh, that is wounding. They're gonna research so slowly. Oh, guys, you're getting it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You even have purple in labs as well. It's crawling along. I mean, the power issue needs to be fixed first and foremost, right? You can't have this and not feed it. Meanwhile, in the north, they're getting absolutely pounded. A group of bosses have managed to make itself through, and look at that. Refineries getting hammered. Oil production will slowly but surely kind of come to a halt. And these bosses are decent. I mean, the north will soon be dealing with their own behemoths. That's something I think we may see. That is very, very close to the main base. Again, they have poison capsules, but this is just all hands to the pump. Gabriel's calling rip. Yeah, this thing is like, this is done. There's no point in building spam at this point. Like, you're just taking power away from your main base. They've hammered this oil production. Jesus. And they're still coming in. And they're still doing damage. You're almost spread too thin here. Like, you need to give something up. There's no way you can defend on all of these fronts. You have to concede at some point that one area is going to take a pounding. And these waves are large. The bosses are going to come through and start ripping things to pieces. Yeah, this is nightmare territory for the north. They never really fully managed to get a surrounding defense. They've just put down what they need right now. But even then, the bosses will still come through. The waves will still kind of aggress onto the walls and still losing people. Meanwhile, on the south, though, behemoths are rampaging through. At this point, again, you just need a little bit more. There's wounding. We're missing 2 pipes. They fucked it. They never really sorted this area out. So let's talk about how you do that. Rather than just bag on them and say, oh yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda. How do you do that? Well, we saw in this area here, and I'm going to just use the very edge of it now so I can draw all around here. We saw earlier on that this area got smashed, right? And is currently being smashed. How do you deal with that? Well, you need to kind of bring and kite the bugs away from this area. So you need to meet them as they appear at the bottom of your screen here. You need to meet them, gather them when they're weak. When they were dealing with like 60% bugs, gather them when they're weak and run them away. Take a car, take whatever you need, get them out of the area, right? And continue to catch waves. Be a surfer, catch waves, bring them away from the area, and allow the people that are here to build, keep you safe. The moment all they're doing is putting out fires that then reigniting. The South are in deep, deep trouble at the moment. And it's all well and good having some lasers down in this area. Have they fixed power yet? Power's up and running, that's good. Have they fixed their mill site? Item ingredient shortage. Coal is a problem. It's wounding, absolutely wounding. We're pulling a tiny amount of coal off of a tiny amount of production. Yeah, some major mistakes going on here. There's no way they research what they need to in time before they collapse. And they need these upgrades now. Not yesterday, now. You know, you could put like 4 or 5 miners down here and just peel that coal off your grenade line here. That is wounding. Or just peel a splitter off here. Take coal only. But, you know, that's what I would do. That's not necessarily what they will do. 85% on the north, 98% on the south. Unfortunately, the area of contention that we're all worried about is very close to the silo, which has no protection. Whoever's got these lasers down here needs to head over, and this is our... Well, no, actually, there's problems everywhere. I was going to say, look, oh yeah, this is our one area of concern. Nope, multiple. And if you want those upgrades to kick in, half of your labs aren't working, and it's a simple science that you need to make it work. And the answer is here. Meanwhile, again, another wave floods into North Space. And at this point, you know, the moment they start roaming, this is where it's dangerous. The moment they start roaming and getting kind of split up is where you then have to use an individual to kind of follow that bug around. Meaning when the packs come in, you're not there to kind of grenade them and split them and keep them together. So yeah, individual bosses wreaking havoc is massive. It's a big deal. And the behemoths are through and the silo is close. Oh dear. Yeah, I have to eat humble pie. I'm not wearing a hat, but if I was, I'd have to eat it. I thought the north were doomed. And it looks like the south have lost. But by poor defense, I mean, this could have been rectified. This could have easily been fixed and solved. But with that, there's no way. Yeah, it's got to be the yellow send, right? Got to be the yellow send. They only have a few lasers to work with. Oh, that's gutting. Main smelting line is being proliferated. It's going to be perforated in a second. They're going to rip this thing up and turn it into Swiss cheese. It's game. Can't do anything from here. This position is untenable. You closed in on the 90% mark, but a little too late. And in 1 hour and 47 minutes, North have cruised to an uncomfortable win. And I want to stress that this is an uncomfortable win. And your base is also getting smashed up. It shouldn't be that like you crumble less than them and then you win. You'd want to be in a position of strength at this point. So a fast game is fair enough, but not particularly an impressive game, mostly because we could have avoided this. Definitely could have avoided this. Now the only way that the South can kind of win from here is if they kite the bugs inside their base, allow it to decay and crumble, and just hope that they can get over the line to 90%. That's going to take a while. Like, we're not happening anytime soon. So if the defense of the South can hold out, the North could crumble, but it's going to take some time, and you've lost everything here. You're losing massive production. You don't have bots. You know, somebody is still at the back building power. You don't need that because your base is about to die. What you need really, more than anything, ultimately is time. You need time. Your outpost needs to kind of keep pushing 1.4% whilst trying to survive. Just a little too much. Caliphate goes down. Pipes is close. The only person to send purple now is Pipes. And they're right next to the silo. This is it. Have those lasers gone down too soon, too late? I think they have. The lasers are late. Any repair packs? 50%. Oh dear. GG's. What a scramble. What a scramble. Oh, I thought the North were doomed. They're in such terrible state, but they managed somehow to weather huge amounts of damage. And they just never got there. They were 1.4% away from... Yeah. GG's, man. Well played. It was close. Very, very close. I believe if you guys were having to deal with behemoths, it was a different story, but... I think this is my kind of main... I've said it a few times now, but I think this area really handed them a loss. They spent a lot of time sorting this out, and if initially it hadn't been outlaid incorrectly, then yeah, GG's, well played. Let's finish the prediction. And let's raid someone. Let's raid someone. Let's make someone's day. The North one. You guys, do you have anybody out there that you know and like to watch? Feel free to throw it out there. Oh, I know who we're gonna raid. Let's raid Sailor Faye. We gave her a shout out. Let's raid her. That'd be a nice way to end. I'll probably play the next game. I'm not too sure. I need to eat first, mate, so I'm going to be slightly late to it. That's why I'm not going to stream. I need to have some food, and then I'll probably join in. But for everybody that's joined us this week, thank you again. Back to normal schedule, thank God. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Ah, what a game. What a game. Oh, and feel free to say hi to Sailor. She was in here earlier. Let her know that the North won. She'll be really happy to hear about that. Alright, GG's. I'll see you at the next one. Bye.
Oh! Hey, Ghosty! We're having some technical difficulties. Can't get Masper to the game. I love this thing. But hello. It's funny, I gave you a shout out just a little bit earlier too. Because I was like, bro, these games are fucking good today. Oh man, how did it end? Who won? Was it the South team that I voted for? Was it the South team? Ooh. Also, Prey was little progress really. Mostly forgot how to play the game, given how long since I played. Yeah, that makes sense. Prage. I hate getting back to games after a long time. Yeah, it sucks to get back to games after a long time.